India's flagship brand. I thank you all on behalf of the management team, HDFC, for taking out your precious time to attend this meet. It has been a privilege to have the opportunity to bring the opportunity of bringing a leading brand such as Kalamandir to the Indian capital market, to the investor and the overall community. The business, as we see today, is a culmination of vision of the founder, Mr. Prasad, the immaculate execution, growth and marketing operating strategies by the management team over the years, and creative efforts of the designers and artisans of the Sai Silks Kalamandir. The company's unique strategy of cluster-based model and strategically locating stores in prime areas of cities in which they operate in South India has actually worked out quite well. Just in terms of the issue details, I'd like to bring you to your notice. The IPO is opening on Wednesday, 20th of September, closing on Friday, 22nd September, with the anchor scheduled for Monday, for September 18. The price band is 2110 to 2222 per share, with an issue size of approximately 1201 crores at the top end of the price band. The issue is a mix of primary and secondary, fresh issue being 600 crores, OFS of roughly 27 million shares. I'd like the management team here to kind of share their thoughts on the journey and over to the management. Thank you.
Traditionally, the ethnic retail trade of
मेरा हिंदी इतना अच्छा नहीं आता है, so please let me speak in English so that I can communicate better. And secondly, we are very sorry to keep you wait because the flight got delayed. We are supposed to come last night, and since there was some accident at Mumbai airport, we could not able to come. So we came late. I'm so sorry for that. So now I start to start with, I'm a first generation entrepreneur. I came to this business by choice, not by chance, meaning I have done enough research and homework to identify this most potential category. So before this, I was working in America as a software engineer. So though I was living there, working there, my heart was always back in India. I wanted to come back to India and start some retail and make an enterprise out of it. The main reason for that was I hail from a business where from generations we were into retail of spices, wholesale and retail trading. So because of that family business, I was trained and associated in my family business from the age of 10. Since there was no growth in that category, I decided to go for higher education and I moved to America and started chasing the dollar dreams. Yet again, I was living happily and successfully, but I was waiting for an opportunity to come back to India. In early 2000s, I realized there would be a retail explosion in India that would be a new journey for Indian retail. So that's where I started my research on which vertical of retail, because there are 100 different verticals. I don't want to get into something which is already dominated by large corporates with deep pockets. And also, I want to get into something which not only have a great potential growth story, but also a longevity. So that's where I started my research, and based on my research, as we all know, I understood our Indian economy from centuries. It was revolving around our festivals, occasions, and weddings. And especially when we talk about the weddings, in any typical wedding in the family, we need to do as grand as possible based on our social status, irrespective of whether we have money in hand or not. So in the typical wedding, the first major budget goes towards the jewelry. Second important budget goes to the women attire, especially saris and whatever the preferred attire, and rest of the things fall into the third category. So with the South Indian backdrop, when we talk about the saris in a wedding, between bride, groom, friends and extended family, there are around 50 to 100 sarees are bought. That's where I realized this particular category will thrive as long as this wedding constitution, festivals and occasions will be there. And second important thing, again with the I realized sari is not just a product, it is an emotion to the Indian woman. Especially with the South Indian backdrop, sari is the epicenter for all the celebration. Without a new sari, there is no celebration is complete. And that is the second important point. And third point which I realized was this particular Indian ethnic industry is predominantly dominated by unorganized players length and breadth of India. That's where I understood the opportunity equivalent to a gold mine. I was sure if I can penetrate with organized techniques, I could chase my dreams and make my dreams come true. So with that thought, in the year 2005, we started off our first brand, Kalamandir, in Hyderabad. We have positioned this particular brand targeting the middle class woman, which is a major addressable market in India. So since the timing was right, positioning was right, and this particular format took off very well. That gave a great confidence and comfort for me to start walking in this line further. So first 6 years, as I told you, we are very new. I'm a first generation entrepreneur. I don't know anything about Indian ethnic sarees. So first 6 years we have spent in learning and understanding the business. After first 6 years, we realized we could deliver better unit economics with a specialty and focused brands or stores targeting the specific sections and occasions of the society. With that thought, after 6 years, the second brand we started was Brand Mandir. We have positioned this brand to target ultra rich and niche women who want to buy one of a kind and exclusive sarees. And simultaneously, we found a great opportunity in this occasion, wedding and festive segment with a specialty and a focus store, which we address with Kanchipuram Varamahalakshmi Silks. Since a lot of thought and homework and brainstorming went behind it, these two brands were also instant success. That gave us a great comfort in moving more aggressively in this line. So during that second 6 years, what we did great thing for us even till today, which will distinguish us from rest of the players, be it be organized or unorganized players. Since it is an unorganized industry, there is no known software which would give you an end-to-end control of our day-to-day operations. So I realized without that systems and proper software, we cannot scale the operations efficiently and cannot get the better unit economics. Since I have a strong software background, what I did was we have formed a small software team and we started developing our own software tools and modules which revolved around our business flow and workflow. That gave us a great edge even till date to make us so different and so efficient than anybody else. And again, I told you from the beginning the belief and the thought was to do this business so organized and professional way. Even before, to give you an example, even before we opened our first store, we have opened a back office with 25 people.
Good morning, one and all. So I'll quickly run you through how the journey has been. So this is how our journey started. 2005 is when we started Kalamandir. Quickly into 2011, it was the inception of Mandir, and then 2011 again Varamahalakshmi Silks, and then followed by KLM Fashion Mall. With these four formats today, I think it is safe to say that we cater to the entire spectrum of our audience, be it all occasions, all classifications, all economic strata. I think that's something that our brands cater to. Definitely one of the key highlights to reiterate would be we have state-of-the-art marketing teams, and we have these brands wherever we operate, they resonate very, very well. Meaning to say, wherever we are, these 54 stores in 4 states, we have a great customer recall value when it comes to our branding and strategies, and that has been one of our strongest pillars for our growth in the last 17 years to come. And we did not create one successful format, but we also created around 4 successful formats with 54 stores with 6 lakh square feet of retail space is quite a commendable achievement at this point of time. One of the major important factors for our growth has always been technology. Though we did elaborate a little bit more on technology, the way we use technology is each and every product that we sell within our company, we capture many data points, and these data points help us analyze the data, analyze the sales data, analyze the customer footfalls, analyze our forecasting, analyze our sourcing and strategies to move ahead. So we are very happy to say that most of the decisions in the company are data driven rather by going with any perceptions or intuitions, and that has also been one of our strongest pillars for our growth in the recent times. And our model, not to delay, is our cluster based model, which we did elaborate, is helping us capture the market one at a time to ensure that our customers are always coming back to our stores at a constant given time. What it also does is it also helps our customers get a large variety of collections to choose from. Often what we do is we try to rotate the stock from store 1 to store 2 to ensure whenever a customer walks in, he or she always have a fresh collection of products to choose from, and that is also a key factor for our growth in the recent times. Now, talking about the industry, Technopak did market sizing, and Technopak gave a number of about 46,400 crores as the total sari market size, out of which 50% is coming from the South Indian states of currently where we operate from. With our revenues of around 1,352 crores of last year, 952 crores came from saris. If you have to put that into perspective, we have a market share as of March 31st, we have a market share of about less than 2.3% is the total market share. That kind of gives you a sense of how big the market is, and our penetration so far is just the tip of the iceberg. Now, this is a quick slide about Kalamandir. The price points here in the Kalamandir store is about 1,650 rupees at ASP. For a mandir, it's a 13,500 rupees. Varamahalakshmi stands at 5,000 rupees and KLM Fashion Mall stands at 650 rupees. And this number gives you an idea of how vast and how differentiated these formats are. The entire product profile, the entire occasions change for the kind of customers that we see in our stores. And this is a quick slide that talks about our current store presence. We are currently located in only 12 cities. That tells that though we have 54 stores, our city count is very minimal. Which also tells that in the areas that we currently are, there are a lot of potential areas just in these 5 states alone for us to expand. And though we aspire to become a pan-India brand soon, due to restrictions of the DRHP, we are just projecting over the next 3 years. And our growth plans in these markets are very strong in where we operate. And last but not the least, I think I'll have to mention a wonderful retail experience that we give to our customers. What we do is on the top right, if you see, it's a Varamahalakshmi store. A typical Varamahalakshmi store has the goddess Varamahalakshmi in the center of the store, and we have a priest who comes in the day open. He stays till the day closes, perform the rituals to the goddess every day. Each and every purchase that has been made by the customer, we bring that product, we bring that sari, we put it under the goddess feet, bless the customer, whoever is buying, and then send back the customers in a happy smile. So a few snippets you have already seen in the corporate video as well. What we intend to do is we're just not trying to sell a product, but we are trying to truly sell a wonderful divine retail experience. Not just Varamahalakshmi stores, as a matter of fact, our KLM stores also have beautiful facades. It's like the entire facade of the KLM Fashion Mall lights up, and we are able to.
March 23 is fully earned. Company, as a policy of even among the debt also, company manages its debt well within a debt equity ratio of 1 is less than 1. As at 31st March also, the debt equity is only in the range of 0.8 or so. Going for the past 2 years, of course, to year 21 there was a disruption due to COVID, and year 22 also there was a disruption with the second wave of COVID in the first quarter of the year. During that year, we could do a turnover of 1130 crores. And in fact, for the last 4-5 years, consistently company has been doing more than 1,000 crores turnover. And of course, last year was a full year of operations after this effect, wherein 46 of our stores have operated to the full capacity. And during the year, from around September to February, we have put up another 8 stores. Thus, the store count has come to 54. These 8 stores also will be running to the full capacity during the current year. And the company last year made a turnover of 1,350 crores with a PAT of 97 crores, an ROE of 27% and ROCE of 23%. As our MD explained, going ahead, we are going to be expanding in a better territory with premium of our format. Thus, we will be opening 30 of our stores around that, for which we have come with a primary equity issue of 600 crores, on which we are planning to spend in the following manner. For this, and one thing is, all the stores are on company-owned, company-operated, on lease basis. There is no real estate owned by the company. So, per establishment of the stores, so for these 30 stores, we will be requiring approximately 90 crores, including the lease advances, etc. And whenever we launch a store, because these are all in a cluster model, the local area need to be very well visualizing the opening of the stores. So we make a lot of noise within the periphery store area. Even celebrities are called, and 15 days before and 15 days after we do a lot of noise, for which normally we allocate a budget of 1.25 crores. So for these 30 stores, it would be approximately 37 to 40 crores out of this. So a total installation and launching of stores, we will be spending about 125 crores. And we are providing approximately 280 crores for working capital needs of these expansion. And we will be repaying a debt of 50 crores, a long-term debt of 50 crores. And we will be opening a new store, a new warehouse in Tamil Nadu for serving the cluster of the Tamil Nadu stores, and also augmenting the capacity of the Hyderabad warehouse, for which we allocated 25 crores. So that leaves net of issue expenses, that leaves about 80 crores or so for a GCP, which we intend to utilize for reduction of payables and getting, if there is a potential that if we are able to reduce the payable days, etc., we would get cash discounts and our profitability should be better. So we would make an effort towards that within this. So this is the deployment process of what is being proposed right now. No, I think we are already delayed. I open the floor for questions.
You have any plan to come in Gujarat?
No, well, presently our focus is to focus upon our cluster model of penetration. So present focus is south, and also I want to make a point that see, we are trying to do focus upon south presently is because that's where the market is having highest per capita and spending power. So that's the reason. And more of it, more than sarees, we rate ourselves as ethnic player. Since we are a major ethnic player, and that too, in south, concentrated in south, saree is a preferred attire as an ethnic there. That's the reason why we are more focused on selling sarees. Yes, as and when time permits, when we try to explore other parts of the region, we sell everything based on the local requirement. We will try to have the product assortment so that will be apt to the local needs.
Who is your competitor?
Company posted a setback in FY21 in top line and bottom line. What is the main reason?
Company?
Posted setback in top line and bottom line for FY21. FY21.
FY21 was the year, core COVID year during that year. So obviously the stores were fully closed for majority of the at least 2-3 months time, and then people were worried about coming out. There were restrictions on admitting the clients into the